All that we have accomplished together is now at risk. Yesterday, we identified 802 new cases of COVID-19, and today we've identified 609 more. We also continue to see growing hospitalization and ICU admissions. As of today, there are 171 people in hospital, including 33 admitted to ICU. We must take this very seriously because if these numbers continue to grow at their current pace, they will put our healthcare system at risk. They will put our economy at risk and our loved ones at risk. Every Albertan needs to be concerned about these numbers. So effective immediately, we are asking everyone in Edmonton and Calgary to stop holding social gatherings at home. These gatherings are the largest identified drivers of spread, often because people relax their guard at home. It's easier to mix and interact, of course, without the strict measures in place that exist in restaurants or other settings. Now just is not the time to host parties or large extended family dinners. Until cases slow, we must press pause on hosting any gatherings involving people outside your core family or immediate household. I'm confident that Edmontonians and Calgarians will heed this call. And I know this is an annoyance, and it's a sacrifice. And a lot of people will say the government has no business telling us who we host at home or what kind of socializing we do. I understand that reaction. But here's the reality. If we don't take these kinds of simple measures and make these sorts of modest sacrifices to social life, the cases will continue to grow to a point where they may grow out of control and where the only options we have will be far more impactful on people's lives and livelihoods. As anyone can see from our COVID-19 relaunch map, rising numbers are not limited to the immediate area around the big cities. Other parts of the province have seen concerning increases in numbers as well. And so effective immediately, Alberta is expanding the mandatory 15-person limit on social gatherings to include all communities that are on the watch list. This includes the majority of communities surrounding Edmonton and Calgary, and it means no large parties, no extended family gatherings, and no banquets or receptions with more than 15 people. We're also expanding the voluntary measures that are currently in place in Calgary and Edmonton. They will now apply to all communities that are currently on watch status and are blue on the online COVID map. Along with the mandatory 15-person limit, we're now strongly recommending that anyone in those communities limit personal cohorts to 3 or less. Reducing the number of people that you interact with by even 1/4, by 25%, would make a huge difference in our success. If you can reduce the number of people you see in person, please do so.
Today, I will be providing a breakdown of cases for the last 2 days due to the technical issues that we encountered yesterday. We are still working to fix the problem. We are able to report on our current numbers, but we are still addressing issues with updating the online dashboard and status map. This is our top priority, and we have 6 different teams and more than 20 people working full-time on solving the technical issues. The challenge we are experiencing seems to be in the data pipeline that connects our analytics infrastructure to the frontline lab and data systems in Alberta Health Services. The frontline systems are all working well, so there is no risk that cases are not being identified or notified right now. We are able to get the high-level case numbers from these frontline data systems, but we need to fix that data pipeline to be able to get all the details into our analytics system to be able to produce our dashboards. We are working this weekend to address the problem, and we will update the dashboard on Monday. Over the weekend, we will provide daily case counts on Saturday and Sunday, as the Premier mentioned, to keep Albertans informed. On November 4th, we identified 802 new cases. Yesterday, as you heard, we identified 609 additional new cases. Over the last 2 days, we have completed 26,483 tests. There are currently, as you heard, 171 people in hospital, including 33 admitted to the ICU. Both Calgary and Edmonton continue to see rising cases, and other parts of the province as well. Sadly, I must also report 8 additional deaths over the last 2 days. My heart goes out to all those mourning a loved one right now, knowing that there are unique challenges to grieving together during this difficult time. I am concerned about the rising case numbers, and as I have said before, the cases we are seeing in schools, in hospitals, and in continuing care facilities are largely a reflection of the transmission that is going on in our communities. This is why we are taking the steps that Premier announced today, and why it is crucial that we all take action. I know these measures will impact many people, and they are not taken lightly. For those whose wedding receptions, family gatherings, or birthday parties may be impacted, I'm sorry for the challenge this change will bring. It is critical, however, that we bring our numbers down to protect our health system and our communities. In addition to the measures just announced, I would ask all Albertans to look closely at their own lives and ways they can make themselves and others safer. If you can reduce your social circle, hold meetings or events virtually, or embrace new habits that will make those around you safer, now is the time to do it. It will take all of us working together and being as careful as possible to reverse this trend. But it is possible. It has been a challenging year, but one thing remains true. We are in this together, and we are strongest together.